such an asshole.
So 3 years ago, no, 2 years, yeah, it'd be 2.5 because it's 3 summers. So 2 years ago, Gappy built himself a house. So I paid other people to build a house. And so that means you got to go to the hardware store and work on home project, get the house all set up and fixed up and everything and landscaping and all that. And there is a Menards. There's not a Home Depot, and there was a Lowey's. But there's also a handful of little hardware stores as well, like a Do It Center, Rapid City Hardware, or something like that. But then there's an Ace Hardware. Now, Ace used to play a strategic role in my home ownership, of which I've owned homes since I was 24, because you could go to the Lowe's and the Home Depots and all that. But the Ace or the small town hardware stores, Hardware Hank, that type of thing, they'd have the old guy who knew where things were. And so you would go up to the old guy, say, hey, I need a thing, or I need a stuff. And the old guy, typically with a mustache, he would go, oh, it's over here. He would know where it is. I'm going to have to turn off the video because the internet is being quantahahi. And so I had nothing against Ace Hardware, and I had no allegiance. And if you're as old as me, you remember their jingle, Ace is the place for the helpful hardware man. Cool. No one got sand in their vagina. Everything was fine. And starting last year, it became Ace is the place for the helpful hardware folk. To which I say, fuck off. You virtual signaling cocksuckers. I will gladly go into the Lowe's or the Menards and wander around aimlessly trying to find that one thing that the old dude with the mustache knew where to get. I'm not giving you my money. There are also other small-time folksy hardware stores that I can go into, and Herman or Charlie or Frank is back there to point me in the right direction. And so I haven't gone to there just isn't any reason. But of course, because I have finished off most of my home projects. But I'm like, just get the fuck out of here. I'm so sick of that shit. Is there a transgender woman filling her hole with a dildo in front of the store? No, it's not. Are they saying like, Gillette, we hate men, particularly white men. We hope you cut your penises off. No, they're not. But I'm so sick of having turds in the punch bowl, no matter how small. I'm sick and tired of turds in the punch bowl. So then I get an email from one of our agents in the field. And this has Ace Hardware in it, obviously. Hey, Essel, regarding your series on marriage about 15 years ago, I almost got married, but she started bitching about her ex and the ring he got her. She expected me to get her a nicer ring. I moved on and never looked back. Regarding sand getting in the gears, as I say, if sand gets in the gears, slows us all down. A place out west is becoming Portland light. The last time I made the journey to the city, I had to step over the bodies of passed out or sleeping bodies. No fecal matter in the streets yet, but I assume that's next. I went to the Ace Hardware in my town to purchase a chainsaw. A chainsaw. That is a saw that is on a chain. You use it to cut wood. It scares men under 40 or males under 40, I should say. I showed up with a stack of cash and a knowledge of specific make and model I wanted to purchase. I saw the item on the shelf and pointed it out to the girl behind the register. We were unable to complete the transaction because they needed to fill out the warranty card. No, they did not. You do not need to fill out a warranty card. You just buy it. You don't fill it out. Bob does the cards, but he wasn't there. Okay, Bob does the cards, but he wasn't there. Sally could do the cards, but she was fighting with Becky, and the girl didn't want to call her over. Frank may have been able to do it, but he failed to complete the required training. I was there about 35 minutes with various people trying to explain why they couldn't sell me the saw. At this point, I'm at the point now, I would leave my money there. I would take it and leave. These cocksucking motherfuckers, the incompetent cocksucking motherfucking douchebags that head up these companies, Ace Hardware or not, they got to be taught a lesson. Like if I'm sitting there, like the gray one, I won't say which store, they have the self-checkout lanes, right? This is to make things faster. And generally it does. He'll grab a thing, scan it, or look for some produce, type it in. Cannot register it. He'll just throw it in the bag. I guess that's free. And I won't lie. There's been a couple times I've been in a really bad mood. scanning doesn't come up. As long as it isn't like a television. I'm like, this $2 widget or whatever. Yeah, I guess I'm getting that for free. Get your fucking shit together so that we can give you our goddamn money. And if you make it difficult, it's like, okay, fine. We're obviously going to go elsewhere. But if they got these rules and laws and they have ill-trained, incompetent Zoomer young people staff, here's the money, take it, goodbye. Like, yeah, I didn't steal it. There's the money. You have the money. Goodbye. They wouldn't know what to do. Then there'd be a meeting. And then like the old millennial junior manager would have a meeting with the regional Gen X manager. Like, I don't know. He just gave us the money and he walked out with the chainsaw. They try to hunt you down. You didn't commit a crime. I'm like, I gave you the money. And at this point, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. What happened? Well, for that, you're going to have to pay me my sane person consulting fee. I say, I'm a sane person. And you guys are one fucked up company. And if you would like to stay open for the foreseeable future, make a profit at corporate, you're going to pay me an ungodly consulting fee. And then you can sit down and go over Logic 101. Like, I give you the money, you give me the thing. And then I go away. If you want to give them an added consultancy, you could say, so it took 35 minutes, 4 of your employees, if I counted correctly. 35 minutes is 2 hours and change, 2.5 hours. Lord knows the opportunity cost, because Becky and Tina and Fritz and whoever else was there effing around, lost all those sales. And I have no problem pointing this shit out. None whatsoever. I'm sick and tired of you dumbass corporations, you cocksucking motherfucking employer. You can't conduct basic fucking commerce. The Sonic without the ice cream? Perk it. Wait. Paul at the Come On Man podcast. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. Now, sit down. Uncle Cappy's going to tell you story time. Paul's here. He took off this morning. I'm like, let's go cruise around town and get some treats, okay? There's a pie shop that's really good. We're going to stop there. We'll do a loop, hit everything before we head back south. Make sure we get everything we want. So we go to this one place called Sicky's Garage. Economic efficiency, loss of the day again. They are known for their wonderful shakes. They have a butterscotch shake. I like it very much. We get there. Guess what, kids? Guess what? Like, they're known for the shakes, right? Kind of like Sonic. They're known for their ice cream. Sonic runs out of ice cream. They're still open. I'm like, why the fuck are you open? So we go to Sicky's. Oh, our shake machine is busted. I'm like, so you go get on the horn and for $10,000, you find out who the hell the shake machine guy is. You get him here ASAP. Not for me. I'd be like the manager, like, oh, crap. Oh, crap. You go find a shake machine in town and buy it now and get it in here. I think it was like a week. Like, when they got out of here, well, when's the replacement? Oh, no, a week or two? Oh, okay. Sure, that won't have any effect on your business. So last night, Paul runs it like, you want to try Perkins? And the Perkins is kitty corner from Sicky's over on the east side of Rapid City. And he's like, come on, we can do it. We'll take a picture for Vince. I'm like, okay, let's go, because it's right across. We go there. Shock. Sit down, everyone. No one at Perkins hears. No one at these corporations hear these things, just so you know. They don't hear these things because they never improve. We get to the Perkins. There's an old guy standing looking at the menu. We look around. We don't see any staff. We grab ourselves. It says, please wait to be seated. So we grab the menu. We're looking through it. I'm foolishly looking at the menu. The GF is smart enough to go to the display case to look to see if there's any French silk pie. And it looks like a Soviet grocery store. There's like half an eaten pie left. Everything else is empty. She's like, they ain't got no French silk pie. I'm looking at okay, maybe they got ice cream. Maybe they got a sundae, cheat day. Please let me sin. I'm looking and I'm just looking around. I'm like, yeah, this is Perkins. It's a shit show. They ain't got no one around. I'm looking at the old guy. I'm wondering how long he's been standing there. I'm like, all right, let's go. You can't get French silk pie at Perkins. You can't get ice cream at Sonic. You can't get a shake at what is half a shake place, half a burger joint. I'll grant Sickies that. They're known for the burgers, but the shakes are second close. What did we end up? Where did we go? Oh, yeah, we ended up going to Sonic. One way on the other side because the other one doesn't have ice cream. Well, they might. I don't know. And now we're sick of wasting our time. The Ace is the place for the helpful hardware. Folk, whoa, Mr. Corporate Executive Team and staff. How long did it take you to come up with that edgy marketing campaign? So 1, fuck off. 2, really? Guy wants to get a chainsaw in this Western state where it's pretty common. And we need to fill out a warranty card. Fuck you. Are you part of our membership program? The thing's going to ask you some questions. Are you part of our membership program? I give you the money, you give me the thing. And then I get the fuck out of here and get on with my life. I can't imagine this guy, because I know the state he's in. He probably would have had to travel a while. He needed to get this thing because he was in town. You making him waste 35 minutes. Why are you in business? Why? Why are you in business? They call over another worker who was reported to have the necessary skills to process the transaction, but that person also had a long story about how they were unable to sell the saw. I then drove to other small, locally owned hardware store. I'm not going to mention it. I went to the aisle where the chainsaws were. The woman working in the department store saw me. I told her I wanted the saw. She took one off the shelf, took it into the small engine shop, and started to make sure it was running properly. Look at that. While she was doing this, I filled out the warranty card. Not having the required training, it was a little complicated sorting out how to write my name and address on a piece of paper. All these college-educated idiots under 40. You guys, you know Marxist theory, but you don't know simple logic to get people in and out of a business and make them happy. You don't know how to not be an obstinate, insufferable pain in the ass. Somehow I mustered up the gumption to get through this highly challenging task. When I was done with the warranty card, the woman took the chainsaw. It sounds like this is the place for the helpful hardware woman. Sounds like this gal's got her stuff together. Does she have a college degree? Are you sure she did it right? She doesn't have a college degree, it sounds like. Sounds like she just worked for a living. When I was done with the warranty card, the woman took the chainsaw to the checkout line and we completed the transaction. It took about 5 minutes from the time I entered the store to the time I left to get in my truck. That is 1/7 the time of just your time alone. 1/30 the time, I think, was wasted at Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware, you could hire, if you'd like, I could put you in contact with this gentleman. Maybe he could consult you. I'd consult you, but I'm not with Bain or McKinsey. I'm not with Anderson Consulting. What happened to them? Let's close this out. ChatGPT is now producing more stupid people. I thought the Google bots were bad. The Chat GPT nerds are even worse. They don't know anything outside what Google or Chat GPT tells them. It's not arguing with them because they have all possible knowledge in the first two entries of a Google or Chat GPT search. My 16 years experience in my industry does not compare to the knowledge one can glean from a 2.5-second exploration of either platform. I'm happy to let them walk off a cliff with the other lemmings. Well, sir, do you have a college degree? I think they have college. I don't think you understand how much more intelligent they were than you. Hope for the future. The woman who runs the lawn and garden section of the local other hardware store I went to has things dialed in. She was around 25 to 30 years old. All the chainsaws for sale were assembled, tested, fueled, and oiled, carburetors set correctly, and etc. To make the sale, there was no dancing around the bullshit. She just sold the chainsaw quickly and efficiently. I've not met another retail salesperson who can function as competently and efficiently, but there must be others somewhere. I think it's because that's the local, that's not corporate. Ace is corporate. Ultimately, it's led by a bunch of needle dick MBA dude bro douchebags who aren't smart or intelligent. Paul was telling me about some CEO of a corporation he was working at, or maybe met or ran into. And they went to a dive bar, and the guy asked, "What kind of Chardonnay do you have?" And it's kind of like, it shows you they're from a different world, the world where no one works for a living. And so, yeah, corporate, I guarantee you go to the corporate executive board team. I'm sure there's a bunch of different colored flags. I bet you there's a diversity and inclusion initiative. I bet you all the corporate people all have their MBAs. And not a single one of them ever had a callus on their hand. So I would be going, look, the rise in the mom and pop stores are going to be coming up again. They are. I mean, I'm going to go on Amazon. I'm going to do most of my shopping there. Push comes to shove, I'll make it to Walmart. But otherwise, yeah, I'll go, if I need some kind of anything with a specialty, I'm not going to a large corporation. I'm going to go to the specialist. I got a seamstress in town who's very good, very good. 2, I went to the local hardware store to buy some 1x4 by 8-foot Douglas fir to build a folding table. The guy running the lumber yard came over and sort through all the boards for me, finding the best ones out of the pile. Usually they just try to throw pretzel-shaped lumber on and get pissed when you sort it. Yep, you got to look down the line. For those of you who've never done real work in your life, you just don't go grab a piece of lumber. You got to make sure it's straight. Again, where there is one, it may be possible that another exists somewhere in the universe. I highly doubt it, but there's hope. 3, after a long period of calling my local internet provider requesting that they do my Google searches and update me on the latest headlines for my choice of news sites, a technician appeared at my box in my yard. The tech obviously knew the difference between a hammer and a screwdriver. I now have 200 megabytes per second internet services that is consistent and doesn't bog down. Again, there is hope. Yeah, you got to punish them. See, you punished the company. You took like, hey, yeah, can you do this Google search for me? Yeah, do it for me. Absolutely. Look, Lester Burnham taught us nice guy doesn't work. All my progress came after I started treating my employers like shit, and any prospective people that interview me like, yeah, I'm not doing that. All my success with women came where I stopped being the nice guy and said, fuck right off. Or like, no. And now these corporations, I'm not saying steal from them. I'm not advocating violence, right? I'm just like, screw with them. Here's the money, walk out. What, Tanner and Yaden and Baden and Hayden and Bambi are going to come out and stop you? Like, there's your money. Bye. You have the right, like, we're out of ice cream. Why are you open? And never shop there again. Just stop shopping at these places. Stop going there. And until normal people, like you start training your employees and you hire normal people, and I don't know if it's the suppliers, but tell them to fuck off with, we need if you sign up for our affiliate pro, if you get the membership club, hey, can we put you on our email list? No. until they stop giving them money. The more difficult they make it to give you, for you to give them the money, just leave. This guy knows what tools are and even knows how to use them, which is rare. When I was working as a project superintendent for a local contractor, it was rare. It was a rare occurrence to find tradesmen that knew what tools are, and even rarer to find one that could use them. Fucking painful. I work remotely now, supporting another thing of real work. I mostly work alone, providing data analysis, minimal exposure to dumbasses in HR. Send you $35 or whatever you want to do with this information. Please let me know. P.S. One of your previous, I can't mention where that, because you'll mention where you are. So there you go. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware, folks. Oh. What 24-year-old overeducated MBA idiot did you pay to have up with that? No super chats, no super chats. There you go. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.